Hi guys. So this is gonna be one of my first short YouTube videos. I just kind of felt like talking about this game Hollow Knight that I played a few months ago that I feel like has not got enough attention this year. I watched a lot, or I looked at lists of lots of Game of the Years, and Hollow Knight was just nowhere besides like certain YouTube channels for Game of the Years and like people recommending games. It was just nowhere. I saw more people recommending like games like Prey, which I also played and I thought was a slightly mediocre. A different topic. Anyways, so I remember when I first got Hollow Knight, I saw Joseph Anderson, who does video game critiques and lots of different video game related videos, uploaded an hour-long video on Hollow Knight, and I'm like, what the fuck is this game that he's talking about? Because I never heard about it before. And I watched a little bit of it. It seemed interesting, so I bought it on Steam for 10 bucks. Which I was like, 10 bucks, whatever. I'm sure everyone's done that, where they just buy a game and then they don't really play it. So I played the very beginning of it. I thought it was it seemed a little bit generic. I didn't get too far into it. I think I got to like the first boss maybe, and found the combat wasn't interesting enough, and I was just kind of bored of it, and I wasn't into the world. Anyways, about a few weeks went by, and I started noticing people playing it, like tons of YouTubers doing playthroughs of it, people going on and on about like how much they love Hollow Knight, and comparing it to Dark Souls, which is also why I like Joseph Anderson's videos in the first place, and Dark Souls is one of my favorite series. The From Software games are absolutely amazing. They've been some of the best games I've played in this current decade, really. So I decided to give it another chance after seeing a bit more gameplay, seeing that they added more DLC, and I found out about Hollow Knight really late. I think it came out in April of last year, or like spring time-ish, and I didn't get it till the summer or fall time. Yeah, it was the fall when I played fully, and I just decided to go back, and I kept on playing, and I realized it was a Metroidvania. I realized there was tons of different abilities to unlock, charms to customize, this humongous open world to explore. I cannot believe this game is $10 on sale. I think it's like $15 normal. The amount of content you get, if you like Metroidvania games, this is the fucking best one. This is like the Okami of the Metroidvanias. Like Okami's like the best Zelda ripoff. Anyways, I love the characters you interacted with. I love the world that you explored. It's so beautiful and so rich of history, and still like it lets you discover it on its own. And I loved figuring out where to go and like how to get to the next boss and where I was supposed to go. Do I want to keep exploring this new area, or go back to see if my new abilities could get treasure, or I could find a new boss or a secret boss, or go find charms so I can customize my person, or Hollow Knight really. Which I loved. It was like, depending on the boss or the situation you're in, you could adjust your charms to have like a more magic based class, a more melee based class, a more healing based class, or just like tricking the enemy. And another thing that was great is like all the DLC was great. They added 2 packs that the first one added a few new bosses and a few new charms, and then the second one added like this fairly large quest line of a new group that comes to the town that visits. I can go on and on all day about like how great Hollow Knight is, and like how much content, and how much of that content is so good. Because I've played a lot of bloated games before, and Hollow Knight's not a bloated game. Even though it took me about 30 hours to do everything, it was crazy. I enjoyed almost all of it, and I can't recommend it enough. The only negatives I can really think of, a couple glitches. Like there's since like one of the newest updates, there's been a dead pixel on my screen, and it's not my monitor. I freaked out at first, but I went on Reddit, and apparently like it's just the update, and the developers even said, yeah, that's a glitch that we made, we have to fix it. So I encountered a couple little glitches. There's also one part of the game, to get the secret ending, you have to go through this white palace, which is basically like a Super Meat Boy like challenge run platforming style, which I enjoyed. I thought it was kind of fun to do it, but I didn't like that it was mandatory to get the secret or the real ending to the game. I thought that was kind of like, make this optional. Besides that, like that's seriously all the negatives I can think of. Everything else about the game is like absolutely fantastic. Amazing graphics, amazing amount of content, amazing atmosphere and story, crazy amount of customizability, tons of new abilities to get in the game. I loved just exploring this huge bug world that Team Cherry created. And there's going to be one more DLC pack. They're adding a third DLC pack, which apparently will be even bigger than the first two. And that's going to be free. So Hollow Knight is like an unbelievable game. If you have not bought it yet, do yourself a favor and buy it when it's not on sale or on sale. It's worth it either way. Or just put it on your wish list and wait for it to go on sale. And I'm sure they'll be porting it to the PS4 and Xbox and maybe even the Switch at some point in 2018. But yeah, thanks for listening to one of my first reviews I've done on YouTube. And hopefully you end up picking up Hollow Knight because of this. See you guys.